Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Evergreen Cemetery. My name is Brett Kaczynski with the Lansing Parks and Recreation Department. I'd like to welcome you all here today. Very beautiful day and very fitting. I think as we look at this place today, you're going to hear the involvement of many people that help put this on, and I just appreciate all of the veterans that are here. And we hope that this place will be a honor and remembrance for so many going forward, because just to put you a little picture of what this was before, was the monument was just here in the grass, and we trimmed up the trees and we made this accessible to really highlight what we had here and to really let Lansing and beyond see this. And so it's a beautiful day and a great day to have this celebration here. So we are truly honored as we stand before the Sacred Battlefield Cross Monument, a powerful symbol of profound loss, unwavering bravery, and endurance and remembrance. We are truly honored to have with us today Inetta Smith, who will serve as our Master of Ceremonies for this program. Inetta?
Good afternoon, fellow citizens, veterans, and military families. The monument, and indeed this entire rededication ceremony, stands as a powerful testament to the incredible generosity, dedication, and collaborative spirit of our community. It would not have been possible without the unwavering support of many. We extend our deepest gratitude to the Alfreda Schmidt Fund for their significant contribution to the monument's walkway construction and the plaques themselves. The City of Lansing Parks Department for their unwavering support and invaluable contributions to this project. The Little Arlington Project for their dedicated financial support. The Friends of Evergreen Cemetery for their partnership and commitment. The Lansing Veterans Council for their dedicated financial support. Rolling Thunder of Michigan, Chapters 1, 4, and 5, for their substantial contributions to the monument's area construction, additional plaques, and vital ceremonial support. Sherry Jones for her profound personal commitment, contributing significantly to the monument's construction, the plaque, and the meticulous ceremony logistics. The Military Order of Purple Heart, Chapter 37, for their steadfast commitment to the Battlefield Cross project. Hector Mendoza of Mendoza Concrete for their expert work on the concrete walkway and their generous donation of the concrete bench. Josh Grimm and Grimm Concrete for his skilled work and the donation of the 4-foot concrete extension. Tim Scheel of Greater Lansing Monuments for his hard work on the monument plaques. Greg Satterfield for his masterful architectural design of the walkway and extension, bringing vision to reality. Michelle Fickus for her dedicated contribution to the Battlefield Cross project and crucial ceremonial logistics. The Patriot Guard for their dignified flag line support, enhancing the solemnity of this ceremony. Our dear friends of Evergreen, Janice Elias, Ron Thayer, Sandy Reiser, and Lowe's for their donation of the chairs for today's ceremonial events. And to all the individual donors and countless volunteers whose collective efforts, patriotism, and community spirit brought this sacred project to fruition. Your support ensures that the sacrifices of our service members are never forgotten, and that this sacred space remains a place of reflection and honor for generations to come. Thank you. Please stand if you are able for the singing of our national anthem. I am truly honored to have the privilege of leading us in this anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you for those thoughtful words. Please be seated. Today we are honored to have a distinguished leader from our city. Please welcome Mayor Andy Shore for some words of remembrance and appreciation for our fallen heroes and their families.
Well, thank you all for being here. I'm very happy that we're going to continue to update and to improve the facilities that we have that honor and provide dignity for those who served. Yesterday we celebrated 9/11, and we didn't celebrate it, we take that back. We remembered 9/11, and we remembered those that lost their lives, especially in New York, Virginia, Pennsylvania, running towards the danger. And it was a somber day, but it's something we have to do every year to remember the victims in the planes, in the buildings, in the Pentagon, as well as our first responders. But we also thank our military, who then went abroad to make sure that never, ever happens again. So being here today is especially important for me and for this community as we rededicate this Battlefield Cross Monument. We certainly will always honor those who have made the ultimate sacrifice to keep us free, to keep our nation free. This monument stands proudly here in Lansing's Evergreen Cemetery as a symbol of our renewed commitment to remember the sacrifice and the enduring memory of our fallen heroes. We also have to remember those family members left behind, many who are here with us to remember their sacrifice. They share in our thanks and our pain, and we thank you and we recognize all you've done through your service for the families. And while we're here today to preserve the memory of those who died in defense of our freedoms, I also want to say thank you to all of you that are here that have served, your fellow soldiers, sailors, airmen, guardsmen, and Marines who have served and who have fallen. And of course, I can't speak about the efforts to remember Lansing's fallen without mentioning our own Alfreda Schmidt, who you've already heard. The foundation helped to support this, but she really started a lot of this here in Lansing. I know Michelle, being very close with her family being here, it is tremendously important, the legacy that will be left, and we remain grateful for her dedication, and her memory will live on. So on behalf of the City of Lansing, I'm honored here to remember the brave men and women from our community and from everywhere else who died for our country and for our freedoms. May we continue to honor them through our words and actions and ensure that the future generations understand what they fought and died to protect. I do have a proclamation which talks about the Battlefield Cross and Monument. I'm going to leave it here if anybody wants to read it. We'll present it. But the end says, now therefore I, Andy Shore, Mayor of the City of Lansing, by the power vested in me, do hereby proclaim September 12, 2025 as a day of solemn remembrance in honor of the rededication of the Battlefield Cross Monument. Thank you all for being here today, this beautiful day, and may we all remember what was sacrificed for our freedoms. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, for those heartfelt words. Now we hear from John Ellsworth, a cherished member of a military family who understands the profound cost of war firsthand. John, please share your thoughts with us. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Today we rededicate this memorial to honor our local military members who were killed in action while serving their country, our country. These memorials serve as a physical reminder and meeting places for remembrance for their friends and family. They provide a central place for people to gather, reflect, and pay their respects for those who made those sacrifices, to show them honor, the honor they deserve. Our son, Lance Corporal Justin Ellsworth of the United States Marine Corps, is one of them. He is laid to rest about 1,000 yards from us. While this monument is made from metal and stone and concrete, it contains much more. It contains the future of my son's hopes and dreams. It serves as a remembrance of the tomorrows that will never come for those who have given the ultimate sacrifice. It's a reminder of the many Christmases, the birthdays, and other holidays with the families that we will never share with them again. The grandchildren that my wife and I have missed out on. The hugs, hello, and goodbye. So for those of you who pass by these monuments in your day-to-day lives, I want you to stop and think about those who were left behind. The grieving widow, the children, the mothers, the fathers, and the sacrifices that they have made. For these monuments aren't just for the soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, or guardsmen. It's also for those loved ones who were left behind. Thank you to all of our veterans for being here today. God bless you. Thank you for those that made this happen today. We appreciate it. Judy, Justin will never be forgotten. We make sure of that. Thank you, and God bless America.
At this time, we move to a traditional and deeply symbolic act of remembrance, the laying of the wreaths. These tributes represent the profound gratitude of a nation for the sacrifices made by our fallen heroes. We will place one wreath today, one symbolizing the collective sacrifices of the Iraq War. We recognize Jean Nethaway and Justin LaCroix. Sorry.
Veterans, present arms. Order, arms.
Thank you again. We now welcome the Michigan Patriot Guard Rider representative to come and present angel medallions to our Gold Star families.
Stand today in remembrance of your fallen heroes. Please know we will never forget.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Following these powerful tributes, we invite all present to participate in another meaningful act of remembrance. The poppy has long symbolized the sacrifices of those lost in conflict. We now invite you to come forward and place a poppy on the Michigan Military Memorial Wall in tribute to the 243 soldiers whose names are etched there, and to all who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. Attendees are invited to, the poppies are over here with this young man, and you're invited to take a poppy and place it over by the wall. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Our next speaker is someone many of you may know, and we are very honored to have her here today. Please welcome Sherry Jones.
Thank you, Inetta. Thank you, Mayor, for being here. Thank you to the Lansing City Parks for making this incredible, beautiful monument. And I so appreciate your words. Thank you both for being here today. And of course, Judy, wonderful having you here with us today. But I think it's really important as we talk about this space for all of us to come and have a chance to reflect and sit at the bench and just remember, which is really the most important thing that we do. Friends, fellow citizens, veterans, and military families, we gather once more before this sacred Battlefield Cross Monument. This symbol, born of necessity on the field of battle, stands as a testament to profound loss, unwavering bravery, and enduring remembrance. It was originally dedicated to honor two of our own, brave soldiers who made the ultimate sacrifice in Iraq. The Battlefield Cross, typically formed by a fallen soldier's rifle, helmet, and boots, is more than just a memorial. It is a symbol born of necessity on the field of battle itself. It represents the fallen comrade, the unfinished watch, the sacred ground on which they made their final stand. It allows us to acknowledge the raw reality of combat, the deep bond shared among those who serve, and the ultimate sacrifice made for freedom. It is a poignant reminder that while a soldier may fall, their spirit and purpose lives on. Today we rededicate this monument, reaffirming its vital purpose and etching even deeper into our collective memory the names and the stories of those it represents. As part of this dedication, we unveil and officially place a plaque on this monument, ensuring its powerful message resonates for generations to come. The words etched here articulate the profound meaning behind this sacred symbol and the sacrifice that it commemorates. I'd like to share this with you so that you understand the poignancy of what each of these pieces is, the elements. The rifle. You'll see it grounded first, muzzle first. It marks the soldier's final stand, fighting to the end. The boots, worn and weathered at its base, represent their final march for freedom. The dog tags, draped from the rifle, ensure the fallen's name is never forgotten. And the helmet resting atop symbolizes their spirit at peace, their battle truly over. The monument stands as a solemn tribute to the profound sacrifice of all who gave their lives in service to our nation. Their spirit and purpose live on, eternally etched into the fabric of our freedom. A Grateful City remembers September 12th, 2025. Specifically, we reflect on the profound sacrifice of Army First Lieutenant Justin S. Smith, a proud son of Lansing, Michigan. On November 7, 2005, while serving in the 3rd Squadron, 3rd Armored Cavalry Regiment from Fort Carson, Colorado, First Lieutenant Smith was tragically killed when a vehicle-borne improvised explosive device detonated near his dismounted patrol in Baghdad during Operation Iraqi Freedom. Now, in that same devastating moment, we also lost 3 other valiant soldiers who stood with him. Staff Sergeant Brian L. Freeman, Specialist Robert C. Pope II, and Private First Class Mario A. Reyes. We also solemnly remember Army Private First Class Richard H. Rojas, 21, of St. Louis, Michigan, assigned to the 3rd Battalion, 62nd Air Defense Artillery, 10th Mounted Division Light Infantry from Fort Drum, New York. Rosas was killed on May 25, 2004, when an IED hit his patrol in Fallujah, Iraq, during Operation Iraqi Freedom. Their sacrifices, along with those in ongoing conflicts, continue to shape our nation's history. And we also humbly add to our remembrance Lieutenant Colonel Philando E. Jackson, who died August 4th, 2016, while serving our nation during Operation Inherent Resolve. Now, the Iraq War, a very complex and challenging chapter in our nation's history, called upon a generation of Americans to answer the call of duty. And these men and women served with valor, facing unseen enemies and unparalleled dangers, enduring extended deployments, and fighting for a cause very far from home. They performed their duties with courage and resilience, and their service and the ultimate sacrifice of some shaped countless lives and the country for its history. Today, we recognize their collective service and the profound impact of that conflict on our nation and on the lives of countless military families. Michelle is going to come up here and we are going to reveal. Let's just take a moment. I do want you to remember the rifle, the boots, the dog tags, and the helmet. As we rededicate this monument, let it serve not only as a poignant place of mourning, but also as a beacon of inspiration. Let us remind us of the immense courage of First Lieutenant Justin S. Smith, Private First Class Richard H. Rojas, Lieutenant Colonel Philando E. Jackson, and all their fellow fallen heroes, their unwavering commitment to their duty, their boundless bravery, and the enduring liberty that they secured for all. Elfrida would be so proud today for continuing her legacy, her inspiration, her ideals. Thank you so much.
Thank you again. Now we will hear a perspective directly from one who served in the Iraq War. It is an honor to introduce retired Navy Chief Petty Officer Len Boston, who will share their reflections on their service and the importance of remembering those we honor today. Please welcome.
How are you?
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a beautiful day today, isn't it? You know, we it's a hit or miss with Michigan weather, and fortunately for us, on this wonderful day, we've got good weather to go along with what's going on for today. It's kind of hard to imagine that this has to be a rededication. I'm not sure what occurred before that, but this symbol should have always been here. Again, I'm not sure what happened, but it is definitely an honor to be here and share this momentous moment with you. I was already introduced, so we took that part of my speech out the way. That's great. But most of you may not know me. I'm not from the Lansing area. I live in Kalamazoo. 20-year Navy Chief Sonderman, also past district commander for the Southwestern District 8 VFW. So I've been engaged with my fellow veterans for pretty much my entire life. With that being said, I have prepared remarks, but in standing here and looking at everybody out here and looking at the wall, I think it would be more fitting if I try and do this from the hip, from the heart, and kind of stay away from these remarks. I'll just use them as a little refresher just in case I forget something. Again, this rededication is amazing, and I really appreciated the opportunity that was given to me. I met Michelle at an event that we did at Fifth Third Bank back in May, I believe it was. It was a dedication that they do every year. I saw her sitting alone. Looked like she might have needed some inspiration and a little guidance, on what to do. And I sat next to her, and we've been friends ever since. So I'm really honored and pleased to have this opportunity to speak with you all. My own personal, I was stationed on board an Arleigh Burke class destroyer during, Spruance class destroyer during Persian Gulf War. I was 18 years old. They flew me out to my ship in the middle of the Persian Gulf. And shell shocked just because of where I was at and what we were doing, not fully understanding, what our purpose was. Why were we out here? I was a teenager, okay? And once I got in theater, I realized that we all served a purpose there. I've had several friends that have passed, whether it be in battle or whether it be from other entities where they passed away later on in life. So I give my honor, my appreciation to the families for your support and dedication, because as I speak to everyone, it's very important as a service member out in battle, out on deployments, out in the fields training, that we know and feel we have the love and support at home. To be honest with you, that is what gets us through the day. That is what gets us through the battle at hand. That is what gives us the purpose to know that we are doing something not only, to protect our interests as the United States, we are also protecting our freedoms, and we're also engaged in trying to do the best that we can as far as serving, in order to provide the protections and safety for our country. I really give thanks and prayers to those that have fallen, as well as their family and friends that were left behind. But just know that out in the field, we are constantly, I can speak for myself, we are constantly thinking about our families, friends, and support at home. And even as a fallen soldier, before that soldier may have passed away and has moved on to another life, you can best believe that their family, friends were on their mind as they passed on to the afterlife. To rededicate this battlefield cross monument emulates the sacrifices our fallen soldiers made, as well as the remembrance of their ultimate sacrifices in battle by giving their lives to ensure our freedoms. We shall never forget that. They shall never be forgotten. They will always be remembered in our hearts and our prayers, in their communities, friends, and family. This monument serves as a testament to various monuments all around the country that are designed to help us remember. But honestly speaking, I know, as I've got a son that was in the Army, 82nd Airborne. He made it back, but he made it back with injuries, and severe PTSD at a tender age of 30 years old. So those are things that we deal with when our soldiers come home. Some come home with nothing, they're okay, and others come home with disabilities and obviously, our fallen soldiers. So again, your support and your appreciation to what we do as soldiers is greatly appreciated. I thank you very much for this opportunity to speak here. I'm really touched by bringing out the wall. That's a huge project to bring that wall out. I appreciate, and I know you all as well, appreciate the fact that it's here. This is amazing. I'm gonna make sure that I take pictures back, post to our VFW website, and pass it on to our department commander, who is also located here in Lansing. And again, I appreciate it. Thank you for the invite. God bless. God bless America.
Please rise for a moment of solemn reflection as we honor and remember First Lieutenant Justin S. Smith and Private First Class Richard H. Rosas, Lieutenant Colonel Flando E. Jackson, and all who have fallen in defense of our nation. We will now observe a moment of silence accompanied by 7 solemn tolls of a bell. Each toll represents a different stage or aspect of a veteran's life and sacrifice. The first toll, the choice to serve. The second toll, camaraderie. The third toll, patriotism. The fourth toll, respect. The fifth toll, dignity. The sixth toll, honor. The seventh toll, the value of life and ultimate sacrifice. Please remain standing as Chaplain Green comes to offer our benediction.
Thank you. So before I do the benediction, I got one thing. Actually, 3. Seems fitting right before this. It's a beautiful day, but we do have VA homes. We have lots of veterans. Thank you for your message. We have lots of veterans who they don't have people. They sit there and they wait. They just wait for a person to come and say hello and to thank them for their service. So I would challenge each and every person to maybe take some time out on a Saturday and just show up. You can go into the visitor center and talk, and just talk to somebody. You'd be surprised the conversations that'll spur and the friendships that'll begin and last. One thing that Rolling Thunder does is they do once a month birthdays, so they serve cake and ice cream in Grand Rapids home, and it just surprises me. It's not about the cake and it's not about the ice cream. It's really about the camaraderie. I couldn't imagine being in there and being alone. Thank you for coming and celebrating this. This is truly a momentous occasion. If we could just bow our heads real quick. We gather today in reverence and gratitude, honoring the life, courage, and the sacrifice of our fallen brothers and sisters in arms. Before us stands the battlefield cross, rifles, boots, helmet, a silent sentinel of loss and remembrance. It speaks of the weight of duty, the cost of freedom, and the love that compels one to lay down their life for others. Lord, we ask your blessing upon this symbol and what it represents. May it forever remind us of the valor, the service, and the ultimate sacrifice made not just by one, but by many. Comfort those who mourn, strengthen those who serve, and inspire us all to live in a way worthy of their sacrifice. As we depart from this place, may we carry forward the memory of the fallen, honoring them not just in ceremony, but in the choices we make and the lives that we lead as people. We commend the soul of our comrades to your eternal care, and we ask for peace in our hearts, in our nation, and in our world. Amen.
Thank you all once again for joining us to honor our fallen heroes. May their sacrifice forever be etched in our hearts, and may this monument forever stand as a silent, powerful sentinel of our gratitude. We will never forget. Thank you so much. Again, thank you to everybody that assisted with the organization and the implementation of this event. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Master Chairman.
I'm with the Lansing Veterans Council, and today we rededicated the Battlefield Cross Monument, which was originally erected in 2009, and today we rededicated it by adding Flandell Jackson's name to the monument. It's so important that we honor and remember our veterans for the service and sacrifice, and I think we should remember them every day, and this is one way that we can take a moment to pause to reflect the fallen, and it's so important that we remember who made those sacrifices for our freedom.